straight through. He almost catches the timing. 4 seconds. He really wants to stop him. He's going to get 1 more kills. Taking down Breeze.
So, hello again from I Am Cologne. Today with me is Sin from Big. Welcome. So this has been your first I Am Cologne since you have been fielded in the Big main team colors, but you have been with the team before already, last year as a stand-in. A lot have changed before that, especially like the roster has been revamped. What is the biggest difference you feel between last year and this year?
Oh, the biggest difference is for sure because last year I was a stand-in. So basically, not only like you come into a team, you know you're only a stand-in for like there for a couple of events, but it's more than what you want to achieve as a player yourself. Because when you come in as a stand-in, you just say you try your best to fit into a new system. But now actually I know these guys for a long time now, and now I have like other motivation, I would say, or like other ambitions because I'm now a player in the main team, like not a stand-in. So that's the biggest difference, I would say. And obviously time has passed. I gained experience in these big tournaments in front of the crowd, and also I learned my teammates in pressure situations. Just a lot of experience and valuable time with my teammates.
Well, when you came into the roster now, it's been around a month now, it's been mentioned that there's nothing set in stone about the IGL situation, that it's Tapson was calling at the time, but you were already mentioned like as a hot candidate for the IGL row. So what's the situation now? Has the reign being transferred to you, or is it still Tapson with the power?
No, I think at the start of our team we talked a bit about how we want to approach things. And it was basically, we started with me doing the IGA work, also like in the boot camp and in the first game of the Blast tournament. But like we noticed to achieve our maximum, what we can achieve right now, in the short and also the mid or long term even, is that we need to utilize Tapson's experience more as obviously as a caller, because in my opinion, if you're a great caller, you can't really go back that smoothly to like being not a caller, because you always think different about the game. So after the first games, we just like swapped back to Tapson being the IGL, and now I think it stands like this because I also noticed that there are like many parts of IGLing, especially like in the if we just go around, there's like the early round, the mid round, and the late round. I noticed that I have like huge, not huge issues, but like I noticed that I lacked, especially in the pressure games, playing against Heroic, for example, in the first game, that at some point I lacked in one part of it at least in the round. So I need to gain more experience, learn how to handle these things, know even when to not say anything, because my teammates got me also. And I think that's something that Tapson does really well. I just learn from him, and eventually my ambition is definitely to become IGL for Big.
It's also been mentioned that you're now communicating in English. Is this still the case, or has Mantu already learned how to speak German?
No, it's still English. But I don't think it's an issue. Like we really fit well into the English calling, because in the first games it was a bit of, especially in hectic situations, close games and stuff, like the English comes to because it was new for everybody. But now over time, especially playing lots of practice games in English also, just helps. We go with the flow, and I think it's really working good.
Now you have been playing here in the play-in on your home soil, but I feel for you, because you have been eliminated even before you got to the main part of the tournament. So what are the main takeaways from this experience? What went wrong, and what will you do better next time?
Yeah, so first of all, I think it was a bit of unfortunate situation with how the season started again, because we had to field like the ESL Meisterschaft lineup. So obviously Mantu was out for the game, or for the games here in IM Cologne. So it also means like more responsible, for example, for Tapson to coordinate things with a new player, with a new AWP, a new style of AWPing maybe even. So that's, I think, what went wrong basically. Not from hitting wise, because he was playing really good, Sensei. I went to credit him, he played a really good tournament. But you can still see like some parts and experience missing. But overall, I think what really helped us is like we gave everything, we left it on the server. In the end, it sadly wasn't enough, but we played our hearts out. In the end, it wasn't enough, but it's like only stronger motivation to come back next year and play in this arena.
Now, CS2 is coming fast. We already can see a lot of signs, a lot of updates to the game. So I just wanted to, ask about the situation in your team, because now, what do? Do you still play only Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or do you already practice a little bit in CS2, or is it just like back of your mind and you'll transfer when you transfer?
So honestly, this was like never a conversation in our head, or in my head at least, because I knew we had Cologne coming up, we had the Blast tournament coming up. Like there are lots of tournaments on CSGO, but now when we look at our calendar, we have like online qualifiers left and lots of practice. But as you said, we don't really know right now when CS2 is coming out. We see these updates. I think it's getting closer and closer. But right now, until something is official, CSGO is the focus, because we still play tournaments, open qualifiers and stuff. We want to be in shape. But everyone is getting really excited, obviously, especially with the last two maps, Ancient and Anubis. I think they look really good in CSGO, in CS2. Even though there's like this shadow bug or something that still I think needs to be fixed. But overall, I kind of wait until they say, yo, this game is dropping now in 2 weeks or something, and then we can finally start playing.
Okay, so, well, that's all from me. I thank you for having us, and good luck into the future, be it in CSGO or be it in CS2. And hopefully we'll see each other next year in Cologne, and hopefully, for example, in the playoffs. So, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They're going to push straight through. Almost catches the timing. 4 seconds.